Now I know not everything is possible. When you have something you have to think about, you have to consider by the others. You have to consider the customer, society, your employees, your shareholders. I really like the I don't know why at 12, 13 years. So that time I suddenly fell love into the language, the English. And there's no place you can learn English at that time. There's no books, English books. So I went to the Hanzo Hotel, now called Hanzo Shangri-La Hotel, because that was the hotel can receive the foreign visitors. So every morning for 9 years, I showed them around as a free guide and they taught me English. And I think that changed to me today. I'm 100 made in China. I've never got a one-day train outside China. Yeah, and when people talk to them, say, Jack, how can you speak English like that? Why sometimes you talk like a Western guys? I think that was the 9 years. These Western for tourists opened my mind because everything they told me are so different from the things I learned it from the schools and from my parents. So now I have a habit. Whatever I see, whatever I read, I use my mind. When I was a graduate from universities, and before for 3 years, I tried to fill in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police. They said, no, you're not good. I went to even the KFC. When KFC came to China, I say 2020 for people, went for the job, 23 people accepted. I was the only one guy. And we went for police, 5 people, full of them accepted. I was the only guy. Thought he received it. So to me, being turned down, rejected. Oh, by the way, I told you that I applied for Harvard for 10 times, rejected. We grow from nothing to this size. Of 15 years later, I wanted people to know about Alibaba, no tap up, because it's already everywhere. I want 15 years ago where we talk about what is e-commerce, why small business can use in this e-commerce, those internet can do business across the nation. And I hope 15 years later, people forget about e-commerce because they think it's like electricity. Nobody think it's a high tech today. Now this is something that I don't want 15 years later. We still walk on the street talking about why and how e-commerce can help people for e-commerce. The most important thing was trust. I think when I first went to USA for raising money, talk to the venture capitalists, a lot of people say, oh Jack, no, China doing business. But how can you do business or internet? And I know that without the trust, the system, the credit system, it's impossible to do business. So in the past for 14 years, everything we do is trying to build up the trust system, the record system. Well, Charlie, I'm so proud of it today. When I talk to the young today in China and in the world, people don't trust each other. The government and people and media and everybody's like, oh, this guy's cheating. But because of e-commerce, we finish 60 million transactions every day. People don't know each other. I don't know you. I send products to you. I don't know me. You are the money to me. And I don't know you. I give a person a package. I don't know him. He took something to cross the ocean across. Whoever understand this is the trust. We have seek at least the 60 million trust happening every day. I thought when I was young, I said everything's possible. Now I know not everything is possible. We have something you have to think about. You have to consider about the others. You have to consider the customer, society, your employees, your shareholders. There are so many things that I think if you continue to work hard, there's possibility. And I just feel that I'm enthusiastic about what we are doing at the beginning for the first 5 years. I just want to survive. But later I think, wow, so many people's life changed. I was so excited, for the first 3 years we made zero revenue. But we are so excited to continue to work. You know what happened? I remember many times when I go to the restaurant, have a dinner, somebody came in. I was trying to pay the bill. The owner of the restaurant came to say, sir, your bill is paid by someone. And the small note say, hey, Mr. Mark, I'm your customer of Alibaba Group. Alibaba platform, I made a lot of money. And I know you don't make any money. I pay the bill for you. And I remember one day that I was sitting somewhere in the coffee. Somebody's sending me a cigar. I don't smoke cigar. But there's a note, thank you very much. I'm your customer. And I remember the type of days. I was the Shangri-La Hotel in Beijing. When I get on the taxi, the man who opened the door for me like the boy out at the gate, he said, Jack, thank you very much here. My girlfriend makes more money than I do on your site. And this is something that that it's not amazing. If you don't do it, nothing's possible. If you try to do it, at least you have the hope, I think, because of the name for Alibaba. We are internet company, happen to be in China. We have the same spirit. And entrepreneurs spread like very great entrepreneurs in the world. And I remember the day when I started Alibaba. We want to have a mission, helping small business doing easier. Some next steps today. So many millions of small business using our platform to sell things and over 300 million consumers buy things from our site cheapest efficient. So what I'm thinking about how we can make Alibaba a platform for global small business. My vision is that how if we can help a Norway small business can sell things to Argentina and Argentina consumers can buy things online from Switzerland. And we can build up, which I call the, I don't know, maybe the not right word called, the WTO. Is a great pasta century, but W to happen. So many big companies to sell things across the nation. Today, internet can help small business sell things across the oceans, crossing nations. And I hope that we can serve to billion consumers. To billion consumers, we can help 10 million small business outside China. Helped outside China, because we helped the American. Farmers in Washington state almost 300 tons of cherries to China last year cherries. Before we saw the ambassador of USA came to Mister. Can you help us selling cherries? What cherries and the fruits? I said, why not? Let's try so that when we start to sell cherries, the cherries still on the trees. So we start to pre-order 80,000 families, all the cherries online. So if we pick up the cherries and ship into China, within 48 hours, we sell the cherries. The consumers are so happy.
But we got a lot of letters complained after 3 days. They say, why only 100 tons? Why we should not get more, so we sell. Last like 2 months ago, we helped the Costco. We sold 300 tons of nuts to China, so I'm thinking about if we can sell. Oh no, we're also selling Alaska seafood to China, so if we can sell seafood, we could. If we can sell the cherries, why we cannot help American and European small business? Selling things to China consumers, China needs that. So this is what I want to do, is that to billion consumers, China, Asia, developing nations, let them buy things globally. And I was very depressed the day, a year 2002 or 3 in the States, when I no. Or earlier than that, I was very depressed when I could not define a way for the internet. And I watched the movie My Friend's Home First to Come. When I see him, I think this is the guy we shall learn from. Believe what you're doing, love it. Whether people like it, don't like it, be simple and like the word. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you can get right. I never know I would be here talking to you and talking to Charlie Rose. I never know, but today I made it. I told my people in my apartment 15 years ago, guys, we have to work hard, not for ourselves. If we can be successful, 80% of the young people in China can be successful. We don't have a rich father, powerful uncle. We don't have a $1 from Bank Western, from government. Just work as a team. I will worry about it today. Young people, a lot of young people lose hope, lose vision, and start to complain. Because we also have the same period, because when I got, it's not a good feeling. Being rejected by so many people, we also depressed, but at least later we find that the world has a lot of opportunity. How you see the world, how you catch the opportunity. So in Hollywood give me a lot of inspiration. At first, I think many years ago, I want to change the world. Now I think if you want to change the world, we change ourselves. Change ourselves is more important and easier than change the world. And second is that I want to improve the world, because my job is to making sure that my team are happy, because my team are happy, they can make my customer happy, and my customer, they are all small business. When they're happy, we are happy. About a woman, one of the secret souls for Alibaba's success is that we have a lot of women. We have 47 of the employees of our company are women. How many? 47 of our company women, and we actually had a 51. Because we acquired some company these days, they have more men, so balance that. But these are women in top level positions, 33 of the cinema, of the management of women, and 24 of the senior managed very top level of women. We have a women CEO, CFO, CPL, Chief People Officer, and we have everywhere. And I think so comfortable to working with them, because women in this world, if you want to win in 21st century, you have to making sure that making other people powerful, empower others, making sure the other people better than you are, then you will be successful. So I find the women, they think about the others more than they think about themselves. Women think about the kids, husband, parents, much more than the man. I believe we have $1 million. That's your money. We have $20 million. You start a problem, you worry about inflation, where we should start to buy. And that's ahead of time. When you have $1 billion, that's not your money. That's the trust society give on you. They believe you can manage the money, use the money better than the government, others. So I think today I have the resources, do more things with the money we have, with the interest we should spend more time on the young people. And I would say someday I'll go back to teach, go back to school, spend time with the young people and telling Charlene with them what I love. So the money is not mine. I just are happily in having this resources that I want. I do a better job. I don't think in this world a lot of people be rejected more than 30 times. If we, the only thing we never give up, the only thing, like we're like a forest, they're gone, we keep on fight, we keep on change ourselves. We don't complain whether you were successful, not successful. I find that one per people, when they finish the job, if they make the mistake of the film, if they always complain the others, this guy will never come back. If the guy only checked himself, yeah, something wrong with me here, something about me, there, this guy has a hope. Thank you.